Hi everybody, this is CJie. Today I'm gonna give all of you the most complete tier list that I can think of for all of the class that is available in the Black Desert Mobile right now. And there are actually many tier lists available on the YouTube, and some of it is strongly recommended by me. You can check out Uncle Big Fish YouTube channel. He does have like one or two tier list video um which you can watch, and I think it is mainly focused on the PvP aspect, which I hope many of you will be interested in. Yep, so do check it out, his channel, for the two tier list that he come up with. So today I'm gonna make this. The reason why I say the most complete tier list is because there are few things that I will consider. So the first one will be PvP arena, which we will be talking about same CP, right? You and your opponents has the same CP, and then it will be about PvP arena, uh, apply CP correction, which means basically your ability as a class to whale hunt, right? And the third that we will consider is PvE in Hadum, right? I don't really give much attention to PvE in Alien map. I believe most of us is farming in Hadum, so that's why I exclude the Alien map. And the fourth we will be considering is boss rush and world boss, right? Mainly how easy it is to do boss rush, and also how much damage you can deal to the world boss to receive maximum reward. And the last one is Great Desert. So I think Great Desert means how easy it is for you to farm around the map to get as many Edena coins as possible, right? So the consideration will be in order, right? PvP, followed by PvE, followed by bosses, followed by Great Desert. And as you can see from this tier list, right, the archer class does not has a thumbnail, right? It only has a Fletcher, which is the first one. So because of that, right, I'll be using Musa Awakening to represent Archer, right? To represent Archer. Right now, our Black Desert Mobile does not has a wizard. It is only available in Black Desert Online. So, for the sake of this video, the icon of this Awakening wizard will be used as an archer, right? So my tier is simple, right? S tier, A tier, B tier, and C tier. Only 4 tier. And we will start with the first class, which is the Fletcher. So the Fletcher is definitely in the S class, right? It's definitely in the S class. It is a range class. Its PvP ability is perfect, right? A strong Fletcher can basically outplay any classes. Its farming is decent. Its boss rushes is very good because it is a range classes, and it can farm well in Great Desert as well because it is a range class, so S, and it is easy to play. And next is Phantasma. Right, Phantasma will be in the A tier. The reason why she is not on the S tier is because um because her PvP ability is a bit lacking. Right, I think it is a bit lacking. It is a class that is, I think, very heavily CP dependent, and if you do not have a high CP, the outplay potential for this class is quite low. But in GVG, she is amazing. Right? In the GVG, she is amazing because all of her skills is burst type, the nuke type, and she has very far range. So in mass PvP, she will do a more wonderful job than Fletcher, right? Oh, sorry. Talking about GVG, we should consider GVG, right? We should consider GVG as well as one of our aspects to make this a complete tier list. And then the next we have is what is this? What is this? Okay, let's talk about Primrose. So Primrose has just received a very good buff. She has one of the best debuff in the entire game now, right? She can slow the movement speed and the attack speed of the opponent like crazy. And her GVG ability has also improved. Her farming ability has always been decent. Her boss rushes ability has always been excellent. And she has very high outplay potential in the arena. And her damage is really high, especially when you are chaining the Infinite Step and Absolute Zero together. So, of all these good reasons, I think it is fair to put her in the S class, right? In the S class. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as you can see, many strong players in the BDM community also changed to Primrose after her recent buff. So I think she well deserved this tier. But maybe she is at the lower side of the S tier, but it doesn't change the fact that she is in the S tier. And then the next we have is Musa Awakening, which is Warlord, right? The Warlord. Warlord is definitely an A tier. To the point whereby he can almost go to the S tier, right? Almost go to the S tier. He has a very good outplay potential in the PvP arena. His farming it has been improved because of the recent buff. His boss rusher skill is, I guess, is good because he has a very long super armor, which any boss can hardly like knock him down. His GVG ability is good, right? Because all of his skill is mostly 360 degree AoE. But his farming in the desert is a little bit lacking. And the reason why he is not in the S tier is because I think you need high CP to play, how to say, you need high CP to be able to counter other even higher CP player in the arena. Because what is special about this Warlord is that he is the king of trading super armor, right? His forward guard is like non-existing, and the reason why he can perform well in arena is that he has a constant flow of super armor, but you still take damage while you are in super armor. So unless you have high CP, you cannot sustain that long in a high CP arena or apply CP correction type of matches. So he is in A tier. The next we have is Sura. Sura is a new classes that just came out, and even though it is a new class, I have already seen many successful player who has mastered him quite well in the arena. But sadly, he will be in the, I'm so sad to say, but he will be in the B tier. So I know this might upset many players, but beside arena, he is really not that good in terms of the other area. He is not that good in farming. He's not that good in desert. He's not that great in mass PvP because he is more of like a ninja. You know, ninja, they always look for like 1v1. They don't kill people in a mass PvP content, and he doesn't really has like that many forward guard. He also is a class that rely on super armor, and if your CP is not that high, it is very difficult to outplay those whales, aka those high CP players. So beside Arena, which is definitely in S tier, other than that, it can be improved. So on average, he is in the B tier, right? And the next class that we have is Windwalker. Windwalker, this class, because many other class has been buffed, this class has become a little bit outdated, out of meta, but nevertheless, she is still a good class. Her farming ability is excellent. In the Hadum map, she is very fast, so in GVG she can be useful. But then again, she doesn't really has that many forward guard, which means her PvP outplay potential has been reduced. And yes, she does has a very high skill damage percentage, and she has a grab, so her combo damage percentage is very high, just like Sura. But like I said, if you get caught once as a low CP player, you are probably dead. You don't really have that many counter mechanism as a Windwalker. So Windwalker is just like the cousin of Sura, right? Except she can't go in Vince. So I'll give her a B tier. The next is Reaper. So Reaper, I think this is obvious. She just got a godlike buff. She's just amazing, right? She's just amazing. I can't really think of like a bad thing about Reaper. Maybe the only bad thing that she has is that she doesn't really have full guard. Again, she is a very super armor reliant hero, but her invince is quite spammable, right? The skill where she turned into a ball. So, and her damage is insane, her burst damage. So beside a lower chance of outplaying, but if you can control your invincible well, he is definitely S tier here, right? And next we have is Spiritwalker, right? Spiritwalker, do not look down on this class, right? This class is quite godlike. If you have met some pro Spiritwalker, you know how it feel like to never stand up again. All right, once she knock you down once, you can't fuck with her. She will just keep attacking you in the face until you die. You don't even have a chance to stand up, right? You will be keep knocking down and kissing the floor all the time. She has one of the longest super armor that I've known, right? And her super armor has, I think, 2 charges. So, and she has a grab, right? But the only bad thing that I can think about for Spiritwalker is that I think her desert farming is not that great, right? And but that's about it, right? She's a very good class. And if you meet her in arena, you know that she has an annoying wolf, right? The wolf block the vision of her, which means while you are fighting her, the wolf block her character. So she's basically like hiding behind the wolf. So even if you daze her or you stun her, you can't see her. You can't see the effect. So you don't know whether you have successfully CC her. So just in case she has a resistance, or if she is not successfully CC'd, and you continue to cast a skill that has no super armor, she will fuck you up with her super armor skill and follow up by her combo, and you're basically fucked. So this class is strong. It's very strong. I like this class. I'll put her S tier. But remember, she is not easy to play. So, but my tier is not about whether it is easy to play, it's whether the class is good. So if you want her, you want to play her, you want to master her, spend more time on her, right? She can be a really strong class. Next is Lancer. I think this is self-explanatory, right? She is definitely S class. But her PvE farming is quite bad. Her Hadum farming is quite bad, right? But other than that, her PvP aspect is just too good. So she is either at the end of S tier or at the top of A tier. But you know, man, it's Lancer, right? She has almost super armor all the time in the arena if you know how to play her well. So yeah, S tier. And next we have is Berserker. Berserker, I think he is very obvious, an A tier. Right, same as Musa. Berserker is very super armor reliant, and his ability in a GVG is very strong, right? But Berserker, if this tier list is about mass PvP, Berserker will be in the S tier. But in the arena, Berserker will lose out a little bit because he only has like 2 super armor, not that many. But a good Berserker, a good Berserker will know how to fully utilize his 11 skill, the dashing skill, to earn time for his super armor. So, I mean, yeah, he can't go to the S tier. He is an amazing A tier, right? Destroyer, who just has a recent buff, is also very, very strong, right? His farming has always been excellent. His PvP aspect has now improved, but he cannot be a whale hunt class, right? He doesn't really have that many forward guard, so if he were to fight against a high CP player, it is hard for Destroyer to survive, right? But if both of you have the same CP, Destroyer is quite godlike. And because of his tankiness and his skill effect, he is excellent in GVG, in mass PvP. And because Titan class has 15% resistance compared to the other classes, which only has 10%, this class, I mean, he is like a cannonball in the war zone, right? High damage, consistent damage, and never die. So he is in the A class. I think he is definitely in the A class. When his passive proc, I think it's called overheat or something like that, he is quite godlike. Shy is I think Shy can be improved, right? His farming, his desert, his farming part is good, right? But his boss rushes can be improved. Her damage is a little bit too low. And her PvP, I think, is obvious. Like, she can't win like the rest of the class, right? No matter how good you are, her damage is still quite low. I mean, definitely you can win, right? C tier doesn't mean you can't win in arena. It's just that it is so difficult. So I'm so sorry, but I think she belong in the C class. I think we use Wizard Awakening as an archer. So an archer is B tier. Alright? Archer is excellent in farming. Right? Desert, Hadum, bosses. Archer is godlike. But in PvP, Archer is really not that good. And Archer doesn't really have that many forward guard. In fact, I think it is like non-existent. So when you use an Archer and you want to fight someone that has like 1 or 2,000 CP higher than you, I think it is so difficult. So the outplay potential is so low, and that is the reason why Archer cannot be on the A tier or the S tier, right? In fact, Archer is even worse than Sura and Windwalker. So there's a reason why I put him here. But if you were to fight Archer with Shy, I think Archer will win. So there's a reason why Archer is not in the C tier. And next we have is Dark Knight. Void Knight. Void Knight, we all know. If you watch my latest video, she is Drift King, Initial D, right? She can abuse her Dark Mace, right? Abuse the Dark Mace. In terms of PvP, she's God. But her farming in Hadum and Desert is a little bit slow. And her skill damage percentage is so low that I don't think it is that good for boss rushes. So because of the non-PvP reason, she is in A tier, right? Same as her cousin, the Phantasma. Assassin, I think this is obvious. I don't want to explain anymore. He is in S tier. S tier? S tier. Right. S tier. Right. I can't find any bad thing about Assassin. Assassin is God, right? Okay. Full stop. Maehwa? This is what? Lotus. Yeah, Lotus. Lotus, I think, I main Lotus. If you can watch my video before, I main Lotus before. I think she is amazing in every aspect, right? She's a melee class, and if you were to fight face to face with her, she is even stronger than Assassin. Believe me. If you fight face to face with Lotus is stronger than Assassin if you know how to play it right. The only bad thing about Lotus is that her desert can be improved, but it's not that bad. It's quite good. It's just that it is not as good as range classes. But she is S tier. Trust me, guys. She is S tier. Right? She is S tier. Right? If I changed to Grandmaster. Okay, let's talk about Grandmaster. Where is he? Okay, I changed to Grandmaster. I changed to Grandmaster from Lotus, right? Inside me, I feel like Lotus is much stronger than Grandmaster because Lotus can do well in GVG and farming and boss rushes, which these three aspects, the Grandmaster lose out, right? Grandmaster farming is quite shit. His bosses is even more shit, right? In Desert, he is equally shit. So the only thing he's good at is in Arena, which he has a very high outplay potential because he has a lot of forward guard. But Lotus also has a lot of stealth. She might not have forward guard, but her Blood Moon is just godlike, and the cooldown of the Blood Moon is so short, and she has the evasion, and she also has a counter mechanism called the retaliation, and this makes her much easier to play than the Grandmaster. And in terms of PvP, I think both of these two classes is equally strong, and even fighting against Will, these two classes is equally strong. But in terms of the PvE and the boss rushes, Grandmaster lose out by a lot, man, by a lot. So because Grandmaster is good in PvP, which is my priority, he is in the A class, right? A class. He can't go to the S class because other than PvP, the rest of the aspect, he's not that good. Invoker, she's a range class, right? And she also got buff. Her skill has a very high range, same as a Phantasma, and she has high evasion, which means her invince is good, right? So same as Phantasma, she is in S class. A class, sorry, A class. Right? She's a range class, and that means she can't be bad at farming. right? In terms of farming, she's excellent. But the reason why she can't go S class is because, how can I say this? She has very long, like, invince duration. I think it is her 11th skill, and she has super high mobility, right? Super high, but her combo is very predictable, and she doesn't has a counter mechanic. So, but that doesn't change the fact that she is amazing. So she is in the A tier, right? If you disagree with me, you can comment so we can discuss about it. Next is Musa, right? Musa just got buffed in Korean version, but I think the basic mechanic just still make him like shit. So he is bad in everything, like in PvP, in PvE, in boss rushes, in desert, everything. He's not that great. I think they still need to improve him. So can be improved. Can be improved. C tier. Oh, I'm getting tired. So the next one we have is Raven. Raven, I think this is self-explanatory and it is so obvious. She is S class, right? No, actually Raven, I think I will put her the best of A class. Because one thing that the Raven that is not good at is farming, right? Raven farming in Hadum is not that fast. And then you might argue like Lancer farming is not that fast as well. But how come Lancer is in the S tier? Because Lancer is perform better than Raven in mass PvP. And a good Lancer will destroy a good Raven. But the Raven enthusiasts will also argue Raven has very high mobility. A good Raven can destroy a good Lancer as well. And but Lancer's skill damage, if you are comparing same CP, Lancer will definitely own Raven if both of them have the same CP, right? And if both of them has skill level 10, right? Because Lancer just have a longer super armor time than Raven, and Lancer can even go invincible when using Fallen Ninja or Fallen Sky. I don't know what is it. So Raven at best would be the top tier of A class, and Lancer will be the lowest tier of S class. No, they are side by side. This Lupa, I think no need to explain, can be improved. Lupa is only good in PvE. In Arena, she is not that great, so C. Huntress just got buffed, and Huntress, I think it's B. Huntress doesn't have any counter mechanism, but Huntress has high invincible time. Like she has many invincible skills, so she is good at farming. And I mean, farming as Huntress, one of the furthest range classes, without a doubt, Huntress will be good in farming and bosses. I think actually Huntress belong in the A class. I can't put her in B class because she's just too good in farming and in bosses. But in terms of Arena, she can be improved, right? She can be improved because her combo is very predictable. So yeah, she can't squeeze into the S tier. The best she can do is in the A tier, right? And AM, I think this, I don't want to talk anymore. A class. A class. I mean, if you don't know how to play AM, you can bullshit with me and say that AM is, they nerf her damage is shit. She should be in the lower tier. But I think you just never meet a good AM before, right? If you meet a good AM who know the skill rotation and who is very flexible with the combo, you can't touch them. their damage might be low, but if they chip off your health little bit by a little bit, and you can't touch them, you can't damage them, you are as good as dead. When 3 minutes is up in the arena, when your health is lower than them, you lose. Gladiator, I think, B tier. It's same as Windwalker. Gladiator has a lot of Ogre. No, he has an auto block, shoe block, but his farming in Hadum. Actually, I changed my mind. Gladiator, I think I'll put him in A class because his PvP potential is there, right? I didn't say that he is a good class. I just say that his PvP potential is there. If you know how to play him well, in terms of PvP, you are definitely in the S class. But it is hard for people to master. And his farming, he is a melee class. So his farming is definitely not better than a range class. And he's kind of clunky, right? I know they buff him, but a little bit clunky. So, but in mass PvP, he is very useful with the grab. So he can be in the A tier. Right, Paladin, I don't want to explain as well. I don't want to explain. Right? Just like Uncle Big Fish say in his video, if you use Paladin and you lose, you go fuck your mother. Right? Titan. No matter how many times Black Desert, PA buff him, he is still not that good compared to the other class. He has 2 grab, which can be very useful in the mass GVG, but basically he is just sacrificing his life to help his teammate. But if you are a soloist, you like to play as a solo player, in arena, he is huge potential. I would say huge potential. Farming wise, he is great, right? In bosses wise, he is great as well with his spin to win skill. So B class. I think the last we have is Nova. I think Nova is like a very well-balanced class, right? Well-balanced class. The only thing that she lacks is mobility, right? She, as a mini class, she's one of the fastest farming class. That's one of the highest KPM as a melee class. And in PvP, I know she's not that great because her movement is very predictable. But in mass PvP, she is very useful with her icing skill, like the AM and like the Primrose. So Nova is definitely A tier. Alright, A tier. So yeah, guys, this is the end of my tier list. I think it is quite complete. So I think many of you might disagree with me, but it is okay. I just want to share my opinion to all of you. And if you have any doubt or any like very eager issue that you want to discuss, that you want to disagree with me about, feel free to write in the comment and I will definitely reply all of you. Thank you very much and have a nice day in Black Desert Mobile. Thank you.